Small little red day here for me on gold. I'm gonna go over my strategy that I utilize and basically show you guys and be transparent how like even if you have an amazing strategy such as your win rate and risk reward like mine where I have a 65% win rate at 3 to 4 hour average, you can still have red days. And I can also go over how you can even limit your red days so they're not as big as your green days, right? Ideally, you want to have your green days bigger than your red days. So I'm gonna go over my strategy in today's video. So if we go in replay mode real quick here to go back on this day, this was on gold on January 29th during New York session. What I was seeing here initially was upside here because we mitigated. If we go to the 4 hour, we have this 4 hour demand here that we mitigated. So right here, here's our 4 hour demand. We also have, if you go to the 1 hour, we have basically this inducement here on the 1 hour. You can even consider this a liquidity sweep at this point if you want to. Both work fine with me. We had a major liquidity sweep here though as pre-stay low. So that is extra confluence to a setup. But basically, yeah, we tapped in 4 hour, took out pre-stay low, and we were moving up. So now that we were moving up, I was wondering basically, where are we gonna be expanding to? So this is the previous 50%, or I marked actually here to that candle. If you go to 5 minute, sometimes you have to switch time frames to see the most clear range or most obvious range. This is your range from this high to this low. Cool. Now I'm waiting for price to go back to 50% of this. Now when we have a range like this where price is going in one direction or unidirectional, and not many pullbacks or not much structure like this, usually we tend to fill a big majority of it. Not always. Sometimes we do come back to 50% and dump, but there's more likely chance that we do fill a lot of it or go at least deeper in premium than just like, for example, retrace and expand lower from just this in the middle of the range out of nowhere, if that makes sense. So here is right here. This is the 15-minute POI. And I was basically trying to take a stop hunter setup here. I believe on this day I was not up to trade this setup here because initially you want to be taking this setup here. There's an OB entry model here, off pre-say low, sweep, and you want to be taking this towards this POI or POIs above. Like you can get a 4.3 RR now. Granted, end of the day is about to close. I probably would have just closed out for a 3 RR here. That would have been an ideal best setup, but I missed that setup for whatever reason on this day, and I also missed this setup here. This is also another stop hunter setup. This low made this brand new high up here, and we're sweeping this to then take a setup to the upside. This is an even better setup because you're basically buying in deeper discount instead of buying up here. The further higher you go with the stop hunter, the less or the more risky it becomes because you can get bigger retracements or bigger mitigation cycles. That's literally what happened here to me. So I took the stop hunter here. So if I go and replay here real quick, at the time, internal structure, this low made this new high, and I have my limit order set there. Using my new strategy to teach you guys to enter stop hunters, and I was covering the 5 minute low. I was hoping I covered it enough, but it did sweep it, and it took me out here. And I basically took an IFG entry model confirmation off the stop hunter 5 minute, expecting that okay maybe we get a 5 minute stop hunter. We did go in profit a good amount, about 1 R, and then basically hit break even because I rarely take stop hunters back to back like this. You guys will see majority times if a stop hunter fails, we're 66, I think 66.7% is my data. We're likely to go to the opposing range and mitigate something such as the 30-minute or POC here or this 5 minute domain here. So because the first entry failed, I had to manage this one a lot more aggressively. And then last we did tap into the POC, which again, you can see it clearly on the 1 minute. We'll see if you can see clear. You can also see it clear on the 5 minute here as well, right? This internal high right here within a gap. Okay, this creates like a new POI on a different time frame. In this case, if you go on 30-minute, it clearly is a 30-minute POI. So yeah, I took this here. I believe this was off the IFG setup here. We had a bullish candle there. So internal structure here, pullback, new low. This is your extreme IFG you're taking here. And I also managed this one pretty aggressively here because I knew this was off the POC and there's a true full mitigation down here off the 5 minute. So waited and yeah, did hit break even unfortunately here, which is all good. And basically just waiting at this point for price. We then eventually hit this 30-minute demand here. And let's see what happened. I think later we just kept expanding and consolidating down here. By this point, you can clearly see like price action was not clean here, right? We had a lot of, yes, we had a direction going, but this is a lot more of a choppy delivery. When we want, what we want when we're in a trade is something like this, where we have clear direction. Now something where it's like doing this slow kind of climb like this. Whenever price is moving slow like this, you don't want to stop trading. So that's why I stopped trading here. I was like recognizing at this point we were choppy. I'm just gonna stop trading, even though I know we could potentially reverse off here. Because of this chop, we're likely to get more fake outs, which is not good for me. So I wait for us to hit the 30, what is this, 1 minute refine here. And you can clearly see another fake out. Like I tell you guys, man, there's like another sweep here internally, because if you entered here, you would have stopped out. So if you waited for the manipulation, you were just taking one winner here off, I believe. There's this OB and model here. And you can just target the next high, because that was where I was trying to target. I was actually trying to target this PY above this high. Majority of times I would recommend, if you guys are new to trading, only target the next set of highs on the right trend. Don't try to go for any crazy target like a POIs if we have a new trend on the right. Because when we have this new trend on the right, the price can react towards liquidity points on the right side and not just look at the left, right? So this could have been a setup you could have taken, but look at the time here. It's pretty late in the day, but we did eventually get some nice volatility. Remember, whenever we consolidate, at some point we will get that very nice push in volatility. But I wouldn't recommend trading this consolidation, just because you don't know when this big push or move is going to be. Unless you wait for manipulation, there's a higher chance you can get the true move without taking a loss. But yeah, could have been a green day here if I was just being, I guess, more patient here. Instead of taking this 5-minute stop hunter, I probably could have avoided taking that, and probably could have taken a short towards at least a POC. And then maybe I could have taken a break even here going long off the POC. And then here, if I waited more patiently for this manipulation move first, knowing that we're in consolidation, more likely to happen, and then take my entry here, I would could have ended easily with a pretty solid green day. But again, hope you guys do enjoy today's little video, just going over, how I view the markets, how delivery works. Again, on the 1 minute it does look choppy. On the 5 minute it doesn't look good either. You don't really see many gaps and such on the 5 minute here. But I think eventually we did run up a little bit higher. So clearly see my direction was right, just the timing was a little bit off. When it comes to day trading, you gotta have timing and direction. So you see we never fully filled the gap. Because this is the 15-30 minute, I believe 30 minutes up here too. Yeah. And I think we reacted off of just a 5 minute. So with this 5 minute here, we reacted and held this 5 minute demand, or sorry, supply. And this level, if you notice, is right in alignment with this 8 session low here, which can work as a POC right here. So right here, this can work as your POC, because I believe if you go to the higher time frame, yeah, there you go. This would be your gap. Because you have a gap here on the higher time frame, this can be your POC. If you go to the 30 minute, it probably looks more clear and better as a POC. Now, if I was trading this, I probably would be looking at this as a more probable POC, to be honest. So I probably would have missed the shorts here, and I would have likely just continued trading longs until obviously structure fails. Until structure fails to go higher here and it goes lower, then at this point here, I'm probably going to be looking for shorts here at this point to follow this new trend on the right, to go lower. So yeah, hope you guys do enjoy today's video. If you guys want to learn more from me, you can apply for a one-on-one mentorship, link down below, or join the course if you want to learn at your own pace. And I'll see y'all next trade recap. Peace.